Hello, love. Welcome to Feeling Fridays here on the Libran Key. These are messages for the highest and the greatest good of the Empath Collective and the Empath Journey here on Mama Gaia. Those of you who are part of the Elsh Collective, of course, empaths, light workers, star seeds, and healers, awakened and awakening souls. If you are returning here, thank you for being here. Sending you so much love wherever you are here on Mama Gaia. And if you have found this message or it has found you, know that there is something here for you. That is always the intention that I put forth into these messages. Okay. This Feeling Fridays message is going to be a continuation of what was posted on Sunday for Soul Support Sunday, which I will link right here. Just making a note of the time here. And the concept that was coming through very, very strongly, the basic theme for that message, which was loyalty to oneself. And I'm actually hearing right now spiritually, like spiritual loyalty to oneself. This is specific to this empath journey that we are all here on collectively as empaths. And I'm just going to repeat again what was said at the beginning of that message on Sunday. Coming back home to you, peeling back the layers of the onion and discernment, okay? I'm being directed to connect this to what is happening energetically, and just to reiterate that for a moment. We have a lot of solar energy, and we've had a lot of solar energy off and on happening. I'm actually being reminded now of the massive upkick in the Schumann resonance that happened how many months ago? I don't even remember, because everything time-wise has been an absolute blur to me, and especially this past week. I'm curious if that's been the case for everybody else. Please leave a comment below if you feel called to do so, and if you'd like to share. Since that particular off-the-chart reading of the Schumann resonance, where Commander Ashtar had come in, I think it was the spring of last year, spring or summer, like around that time, right? Commander Ashtar was talking and using the analogy. He is also here for this reading. I just want to reiterate that. Him, the Venusian angels here in the angelic realm, also here for the Empath Collective and this update. This is going to be an update. I just want to reiterate that. Remember that it's going to be more of a timely message for this particular reading. But when this does find you, there will be something for you. Absolutely. That is always the way that there could be messages here that may resonate regardless. Okay. Because we will be touching upon things like, from what I see, I'm just looking at my notes here. The energies right now, what's happening with the solar flares, solar storms, the Schumann resonance, this upkick in Schumann resonance, the energy hitting the planet. This has been ongoing, and particularly in conjunction with Ascension symptoms. This is kind of like that timeless aspect of this message. And bringing it back to the timely, the big conjunction and transition that's happening on the 20th of this month, okay, Saturday. I am recording this message on Thursday, January 18th, and I will be posting it for Friday, first thing in the morning, okay? So it will be tomorrow, right, as of the viewing of this reading. The sun enters Aquarius, and so does Pluto. They enter the same day. And there is what I'm hearing Commander Ashtar say, like a massive magnification or amplification of these energies. Now, from what I remember in May, I believe, of 2024, of this year, Pluto will retrograde back, I think, into Capricorn and then move ahead. That's usually how it is. It's like a dance, right? But there's something very poignant, is what I'm hearing, in the energies of the sun and Pluto moving together. This has come up before, and I don't want to get too off topic here, but it is connected to the Empath Collective. what has come up before is that there's going to be a lot of revealing, and Commander Ashtar keeps on coming back to discernment here, discernment, and that as empaths, we need to be honing our emotional bodies. That's what he's showing to me right now. Our energetic bodies, our energetic mastery moving forward. And he's pointing me again to what came through in the update, which I believe, I can't remember when I posted it. It was the beginning of the year again, so it would have been the beginning of January. I'll find it and I'll post it here. In that video, giving us a bit of an overview of what is to come in the next year, and especially those middle 4 months, okay? He keeps on coming back to that as being significant with regard to really taking these winter months into the spring, especially by April. This is just how it's coming through, to really do the inner work of emotional mastery and energetic mastery. So, and I'll share with you just sort of what's been personally going on with me this week. The divine feminine energies, I'm laughing because like the way that I say this to myself, well, I mean, they're not exactly saying it to me in this way, okay? But they're basically like, bitch, you need to sit down, like lay the fuck down and stop pushing yourself, okay? And I say that very lovingly. That's just sort of my way of when my higher self is talking to me in a way that's like, please listen. Can you please just stop for a moment? All right. I've been feeling this especially since Monday. When that message came through on Sunday, there was a lot to kind of digest and process. And I began to really feel very, very strongly, again, it's all connected to the time of the year. We are divinely connected to the seasons, and especially when we are working through our own winter. Remember that we are reverberating off of the hemispheres as well, okay? So different things are happening in the southern hemisphere, and that's a really beautiful thing because it comes back to this yin yang. It comes back to this energy of, again, we're moving back. Things are moving in different directions, okay? Now, but they're moving differently, I should say, but they're all one. It's all kind of united, okay, in terms of the healing and the shifts that are taking place. Without getting too much into that, what I've been feeling very much energetically, especially with these shifts taking place astrologically, is the need to really process, digest, go inward, embrace these divine feminine energies that are awakening and have been awakening for a while now, okay? The Christed energies, the Christ consciousness energies connected to this divine feminine wisdom, the energies of Mother Mary. And I am going to be asking through the Rose Oracle and through the Mystic Mondays Tarot as well for this reading. And again, I am working with this Elestial Amethyst, which was also what came through for the Soul Support Sunday message as well, okay? This is connected to discernment and our connection to the divine. Also, the energy of purple, the energy of that purple spectrum. I'm seeing more of a royal purple as opposed to a violet at the moment. These are energies, but I'm also seeing violet. Okay, so I'm seeing kind of a range of these energies. I'm actually seeing the fire of the violet flame of Saint Germain. What Spirit is showing me through that and these energies that we're working with right now is this energy of again, transmutation, energies of alchemizing this energetic body, and also protection, energies of spiritual protection that go very, very deep. I feel like I'm getting way off topic here. That has just been the way that my mind has been this week. It's been like all over the place. And also the physical experiences. I don't really like to call them symptoms, okay? It's our bodies are shifting. Feeling very much this need to be actually physically loyal to myself, okay? And this is what we're going to kind of tackle again in this reading. To trust my body and what it's saying to me, to trust that if I need to seek help, I will do that, to trust that I will be led to the right places, right? There's just so much of that that's coming through right now. Okay, and they want me to get into it because, yeah, I am getting a little off topic and they're keeping me on course. So, yeah, this is all connected to this loyalty to oneself, okay? Now, as far as Ascension symptoms go, what they're saying to me, that's going to come out through readings as we move forward. I'm going to start by asking through the Mystic Mondays deck, okay? The Sun as I cut the deck. The Sun as I cut the deck. These are those Christed energies that are within each and every one of us, okay? That Sun, this is the light within. This is us shining our light, okay? This is the energy of being loyal to oneself. The Sun representing our soul. That's how it's being shown to me, the inner flame specifically, the inner flame of our soul, okay? Six of Wands. Having faith in that. Victory is yours when you trust in that, okay? Yeah, there's just so much of that is what is coming through right now for this time. And there's so much of it also connected to what is happening astrologically. Yeah. I'm being shown by Commander Ashtar the energies of our shells being cracked open. I'm seeing that lychee fruit again, you know? I'm seeing the energies of that lychee fruit and the peeling off the layers again of that lychee fruit and finding the goodness within, that sweetness within. The Tower is 16, it's key 16 in the Major Arcana. When you reduce that, you get 7. That is the energy of going deeper and going within. I'm also being shown the Hermit right now. Look at this, the Lover's coming out. Okay, we got Whoppers coming through right now. 6 is the energy of balancing this out. So there is an energy here of Archangel Raphael also coming through for this, okay? The depth of your healing. There is an emphasis here on relationships, and that's very specific to the empath journey, coming back to the true empath, the truth of empathy, what that truly is, the truth of love and love wisdom and what that is, and not confusing that with emotionally distorted love is how I'm hearing it, okay? There is a massive Tower moment, right? Where all that was built on shoddy ground, as I like to say, comes crashing down. And you're either going to do this voluntarily or involuntarily. All right? It's your choice at the end of the day as well, how you respond to this. And making the right choices, because the Lovers is also about the right choice, making the right choice, okay? This is the energy of, well, what's interesting is we've got kind of a double thing coming through here. We've already got the Venusian angels present in this reading coming through for the Empath Collective. The energies of Commander Ashtar associated with Venus with the number 6. But this is also the energy of Gemini and the divine masculine, the divine feminine within each and every one of us uniting for the birth of that divine child within, coming back to the inner child is how I'm being shown it. the divine creation within you and your divinity and the integration of that within your soul. Energetic mastery of your divine masculine and your divine feminine. These things wanting to come into balance. Okay, they want me to pick this one up. Justice in reverse. We've got a lot coming out here. Six of Swords. Moving away from these things, the imbalances. Okay, the Knight of Swords happening very quickly. This goes back to these energies that are present at the moment. This is the most action-oriented Knight of the Tarot, okay? The Devil in reverse. Wow, and the Four of Wands, okay. This is bringing about, and I keep on, April, the 4th month of the year, okay, in our calendar year. I keep on being brought back to how this is going to create this energetic mastery, the energy that's available to us right now, the transmuting of this energy that's available to us now, in conjunction with being loyal to ourselves and understanding what this is and what it means for us in our lives, is going to create this stability of spirit, is how it's coming through. And that's cause for celebration. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. This is the completion of a cycle in the physical. It's interesting to see how this is going to be reflected in our actual physical reality. Okay, I just want to focus for 2 seconds on this coming out, okay? This is moving away from energies, especially thought patterns is how it's coming through, because Justice is the Libra card, and that is air, and that is connected to swords, and that is connected to the energy of the mind, okay? Where I'm hearing now where our attention goes, like that's where what we're focusing on, that's where our energy goes, right? Justice is 11. So there's an energy here again of this kind of Gemini. That's how I'm seeing it, actually. It's being presented to me as literally the glyph of Gemini, right? Which looks like this, like the Roman numeral 2, right? And I'm seeing this being the 11 right here. And this meeting point, because with Gemini, I always see this as a portal, okay, of the mind. With Gemini, what we get is this energy of duality and the mysteries of duality. And what's really kind of cool is when you look at that image and you look at this one, right? We're seeing it in 3D here. We're seeing it in a multi-dimensional, in a more dimensional way, I should say, right? Like we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 portals that you could walk through, hypothetically, right? You're seeing it coming from different angles, and it's being reflected in the stability of the four seasons, the cycles, the 4 corners, right? This is also connected to transformation. So there's an energy here also of, again, just so much available to this energetic mastery journey of the empath collective, right? Happening very quickly. It's like the moment that you get away from this energy and you start to move forward from these constructions of the mind, is how I'm hearing it, right? The indoctrination, the programming, all of that, right? Because this is kind of almost coming through. I'm also seeing this really interestingly enough as like institutions with that tower as well. You know, the institutions that we've kind of grown up with all just kind of plunking down because of all the imbalances, right, that we've endured over millennia. Shedding light on the illusions of the mind again and the psyche, okay? Because that's what the devil is, and we're in Capricorn season now, and that is the devil, okay? Moving into this energy. This is swift movement. This is also a reminder to not overlook the things and the physical things you need to tend to as well as this process happens, because just like with everything ascension oriented, it can be very discombobulating, as I like to say, with that 10 of Pentacles coming out at the bottom of the deck. But there is a legacy here, okay? There's something reverberating here. How that 10 of Pentacles is coming through is that each of us doing the work is having a massive impact on the physical reality of the collective, especially the empath collective, okay? That's how it's coming through. The wild rose, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. That's loyalty to oneself. The wild rose. The wild rose of your heart is how I'm hearing it. The wild rose of your heart. The return, a new story. You decide alignment. It's coming together. A new story. A new empath story is specifically what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's see what wants to come through now through the Rose Oracle. And I'm going to close it out there because Commander Ashtar is saying to me, this is going to be an ongoing thing. It's becoming more about these timely, energetic updates and what's going on. There are teachings, obviously. There's things and messages that we can always take from this in a timeless way. But there is a lot going on with this empath journey. And especially, he's bringing me back to the lovers. And, okay, I'm hearing the inner relationship reflecting on the outer. So coming back to this Gemini, this our inner masculine, our inner feminine in each and every one of us. How is that being balanced? Because right now, the crazy thing is that he's saying that there's always, just like with the scales, you know, when you're trying to balance an old set of scales, there's always this oscillation. This is a Libra thing, right? It's part of the Libra archetype. Oscillating. That's just the Libran way, right? You have to oscillate to balance. So don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. We've been way too much in a masculine mode for too long. And he's actually reminding me, he's like reminding me with what I was sharing earlier with regard to my energies this week, having lists of things to do and just being told you need to stop for a second. And what I was also being directed to was what's really truly a priority for me to get to first versus what I think the priority is, right? Again, what you think mentally and moving away from that and doing it fast. And it comes with action. That's how I was being shown it. Like, just tackle the thing that you need to get to first. That's a priority in baby steps. It doesn't have to be some big, massive move you've got to make, okay? Like simple things like, what's the first priority? You journaling for 15 minutes at the beginning of your day or calling the bank for some reason? Like, what's truly your priority? It's getting down to that nitty gritty with this 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in the physical reality. That's how specific it's getting. Like, mastery of that is what I'm being shown. The completion of a cycle, the beginning of a new. We're going about our days differently. And that's part of the ascension process, is what he's showing me. It's flipping the priorities so that they are actually in alignment with you being loyal to your true self, your inner self, the light within, loyalty to oneself, okay? Coming back home to you, peeling back the layers of the onion. Like, what's really actually truly, you know, when you think back a year ago or a previous life in this life, what are the things that you made a priority that really weren't? Now's your time to act on the things that are actually a priority for you. Okay. They just had a bunch flew out, and he just wants me to do this bottom one. Codes of the seeds. Am I missing a card here? No. Okay. He wants me to look at the bottom of the deck first and pull this out. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Yeah. And then the breathing rose. Heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. So there is, oh wow. This loyalty to oneself is healing our own hearts. It's very much connected to inner child work, is how he's showing it to me, right? Showing me also breathing meditations through the heart space, okay? I'm going to read from the book from this one. Codes of the Seeds. This is such a beautiful image. The blueprint is within you. That's why this loyalty to oneself is so important, because it's in you. Take the next step. And even if it's a little one, do it. Because the changes and the shifts are going to happen quickly, even with baby steps, okay? All right, I'm going to close out this reading by reading from the book on this, if there's an activation or an inquiry, so we can go a little deeper, okay? Soul inquiry. What's your soul calling you to do? What's one baby step you can take, okay? What's your soul calling you to do? Be loyal to that. Seeds come in knowing exactly what to do. And by the way, this is also the time that we are in, right? Here in the Northern Hemisphere specifically, I'm going to talk to that, okay? This is a time of the Divine Feminine, especially seasonally speaking, okay? This is a time where we are in gestation, where the seeds that we have planted, so to speak, in autumn seasonally are gestating. Things have gone seemingly dormant, but we need the darkness. And when I say darkness, I do not mean evil. I mean we need the darkness, the divine feminine, the energies of the void and of going deep within, the energies of water as well, really prominent, wanting to come through for that. Thank you. Definitely. This gestation, just like this image, is taking place, okay? So remember, and when we're going against those energies, the crazy thing is that what's happening energetically with everything going on right now is that the more out of tune you are with what's happening energetically, the more you're feeling it. Whereas it didn't used to always be this way. And especially if you are sensitive to that already, and you are awakened or awakening and becoming more sensitive to that, it is even more prominent, where we're even getting just tiny little tests throughout our days, right? Where we, even if we push a little bit here or do something there, we're really, really feeling it, right? And we're having to transmute those energies. We're having to take a step back. We're having to really listen to what it's trying to tell us, okay? And remember that it is relative to each of our situations, how that's going to show up, right? Seeds come in knowing exactly what to do. Within them, they hold the potential of entire forests and rose gardens. Seeds have within them an intelligent timing that's connected with the intelligence of the cosmos. We're all seeds, future forests and gardens wanting to be born. We each hold the codes of a new humanity within us. Change is our natural state. Seeds must be buried in the darkness before they can bloom into the light. Seeds can't even begin to bloom without embracing the fertile void of the winter soil. They can't flower without outgrowing the constraints of the bud. They can't bear fruit without releasing their beauty to the earth and letting go of the very thing about them that captivated others. Right? I'm going to read that again. They can't flower without outgrowing the constraints of the bud. They can't bear fruit without releasing their beauty to the earth and letting go of the very thing about them that captivated others. That's a big message right there. I'm really feeling that. Anyway, Let's continue. Let that sink in. This card delivers the message that within you, you have all you need to create what you're destined to create. Yeah. You are enough. You're more than enough. Loyalty to oneself again through that. Okay, where am I now? To move through everything that life delivers and to navigate your way through any terrain. The blueprint has always been seated within. Trust that you have within you the codes for the most glorious rose garden waiting to bud and bloom. Trust those codes. Remember that blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step, and tomorrow, take the next. If you continue taking baby steps each day, on a day not too far from today, you'll look back and discover the most breathtaking garden of roses all around you. And then fruit will follow. Today, just take the next step. You know what to do. The blueprint is encoded within you. What's your soul calling you to do? What's one baby step you can take? Okay? There was something, I feel that there's something else that wants to come through with that. Just give me 2 seconds. Something with the water and the blue. Yeah, that's what it was. This blueprint and the energy of blue, that could be something that might assist you. I'm even seeing an image of Mama Gaia just like right here. I know it's getting a little dark outside, if you can see it. But even meditating on that, water coming through for that as well. There's something in this blue energy connected to the throat too. You know, I'm also getting that there could be certain kind of energies really focused on that right now, because a lot of this work is about expression of self. I'm going to leave it there. It feels more attuned to that. And just as a quick side note, there could be some kind of activation happening in these higher chakras between the throat and the third eye. That could be something that I feel wants to come through with that. But this is definitely more about water and the emotional body, water and intuition and the void, okay? The energy of blue, and maybe even having blue color around you to meditate upon, okay? I'm looking down now and kind of seeing it through the cards even more vividly now, like through these images here, right? Through the Knight of Swords too, with the blues coming through there as well. That's the energy of Mother Mary too, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, Commander Ashtar. Thank you to the Venusian angels, this angelic realm, for coming through for these messages. I thank you for being here. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, too, wanting to come through for this heart healing, right? Especially with this breathing rose card that came through. I thank you for being here. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation, always.